Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. Today, we're going back in time, way back.
Back to the future of getting rich.
Exactly. We're looking at The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles, published in 1910.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of wealth building advice from the 1900s.
True, but Wattles was ahead of his time, especially when you consider how relevant his ideas are to, well, modern wealth building.
You thinking digital businesses, online investing, crypto, that sort of thing.
Exactly. Wattles had this core belief,
Yeah.
and it's actually pretty bold. He said it's our right to be rich.
All right, not just like a privilege for a select few.
Nope. He meant everyone, and not just rich in like possessions, but rich in a fuller sense, like rich in mind, body, and spirit.
That's a pretty radical idea, especially for back then. Most people saw wealth as, something you're either born into or you struggle your whole life to get a tiny piece of.
Right. And Wattles was saying, no, abundance is everyone's birthright. It's about reaching your full potential.
I can see how that would resonate with people today, especially with, the whole self-improvement movement and everyone trying to live their best lives.
Okay, so Wattles says we have this right to be rich, but how do we actually get there?
This is where it gets interesting. Wattles believed that thoughts are a force, like a real creative force that can shape reality.
So he's saying, like, what you think about, you bring about.
Basically, yeah. He talks about this thinking substance, or sometimes he calls it formless stuff, and it responds to our thoughts, to our desires.
Okay, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. So let's say I'm constantly thinking about debt, about not having enough money. I'm actually attracting more of that into my life.
That's what Wattles would argue, yeah. He'd say you're using your mental energy to create more of what you don't want.
Okay, so then how do we flip the script? How do we start thinking our way to wealth?
Wattles was all about clarity. He said, first, you got to get crystal clear on what you want. Not just, I want to be rich, but like, what does wealth really mean to you? How would it change your life? What would you do with it?
It's like instead of focusing on the lack of money, focus on the abundance you want to create. Visualize it. Feel it.
Exactly. It's almost like those visualization techniques athletes use. They imagine themselves winning, crossing the finish line, and it helps them perform better.
So we can apply that same principle to wealth creation. Imagine the life you want to live, the impact you want to make, the freedom you want to experience, and that starts to shape your reality.
Right. And once you have that clear vision, you start taking action. But not just any action. Wattles talks about efficient action.
Efficient action. So like not just busy work, not just spinning our wheel.
Exactly. It's about aligning your actions with your vision. Every step you take should be moving you closer to your goal.
Okay, so let's say I have a vision for starting my own online business. What would be an example of efficient action in that case?
Well, it depends on your specific business, but it could be researching your target market or learning a new skill that will help you build your website or create your product.
So it's about taking focused action, not just random scattered efforts. And it's got to be fueled by your vision. You got to believe in what you're creating.
Absolutely. And this is where Wattles' ideas really resonate with modern entrepreneurs.
Like take someone like Elon Musk. He didn't just want to build another car company. He had this grand vision for revolutionizing transportation and, colonizing Mars.
And he's not afraid to think big, to take risks, to fail even, and then learn from those failures and keep pushing forward.
Right. It's not about having all the answers up front. It's about taking that first step, then the next, and trusting that the path will unfold as you go.
So we've talked about clarity and efficient action, but to really get Wattles, we got to go deeper. He talks about this original substance.
Okay, this is where it gets a little out there for me. 1910, remember. What's this original substance thing all about in like today's terms?
Okay, so imagine like this massive invisible energy field. It connects everything. It's pure potential, just waiting for us to like shape it.
Wait, so our minds, they interact with this energy field, and our thoughts actually like mold our reality.
Exactly. That's what Wattles is getting at. He believed if we understand this original substance, we could tap into it to create wealth.
Okay, I see where you're going with this. It's like manifestation, the law of attraction, aligning your energy with what you want.
Right on. And Wattles was really specific about the type of thinking that leads to wealth. It's this certain way of thinking, he'd say, focusing on abundance, gratitude, faith.
So it's not just thinking positive, it's a whole different mental approach, one that's geared toward wealth creation.
Yep. He believed that worrying, about competition, about not having enough. It blocks abundance. We need to focus on creating value, helping others, believing there's enough for everybody.
It's that shift, right? From fear and lack to possibility and abundance. But how does that actually work, especially in today's world? I mean, everything's digital, everything's so fast.
Think about digital businesses. People are building empires online, creating content, teaching courses, selling products. There are no limits. They're using the internet to connect, create their own opportunities.
It's like the internet really leveled the playing field, which kind of fits with Waddle's ideas. Anyone can tap into the global market.
Exactly. And this is where Wattles' efficient action comes in. The digital world is full of information, options, noise, easy to get lost, get caught up in busy work, stuff that doesn't get you anywhere.
So it's about focus, doing the things that really matter, the things that align with your vision.
Exactly. Find what you're good at, what you love, find your niche, and go for it. Look at all these influencers building huge followings, making a real impact just by sharing their knowledge, their creativity online.
It's wild, right? You can build a brand, a whole business, just by sharing your personality, your passion online.
And it goes beyond content. It's about community, engagement, always learning, always adapting, staying ahead of the game.
Okay, so we've got digital businesses. But what about investing? Stocks, bonds, even crypto. How does Waddles fit into that world?
Wattles believed that investing should be an extension of your vision. You should invest in ideas, in companies that you really believe in, not just chase the quick buck or follow the crowd.
So invest with your values,
Yeah.
with your vision for the future.
Right. And today, there are so many options. Wattles talked about owning a part of the creative process. Now you can literally own a piece of Tesla, of Amazon, with fractional shares.
That's so cool. It's like opening up wealth creation to everyone, giving people a chance to invest in companies that are shaping the future.
And then you have crypto, a whole new world. It's volatile, sure, but there's so much potential for growth, for innovation.
Crypto can be intimidating, confusing. How do you think Waddles would approach it?
I think he'd say, learn, understand the tech, do your research, manage your risk, and don't let fear or greed take over, like with any investment.
So approach crypto with the same clarity, the same purpose, the same informed action.
Exactly. Wattles' principles, they work because they focus on the core of wealth creation, understanding your power, taking action, cultivating abundance.
Okay, so digital business, investing, crypto. But what about like the everyday person working a regular job? Can they use Waddles to build wealth too?
Absolutely. Wattles believed that anyone, anywhere can apply these principles. It starts with your mindset. See your job as a platform, a place to grow, learn new skills, build relationships.
So it's about taking ownership, even in a regular job.
Right. Do your best, always learn, build a reputation.
And who knows, that could lead to a promotion, a raise, or even like spark an idea for your own side hustle.
Exactly. It's like Wattles predicted the gig economy, this whole entrepreneurial spirit.
He knew it wasn't about being tied to one job, one industry. It's about that abundance mindset, that creative energy.
He was ahead of his time. True wealth isn't limited. It's about applying those principles to any situation.
So anyone can create a richer life, a more fulfilling life.
Absolutely. And that's something we'll keep exploring as we continue this deep dive into the science of getting rich.
We've talked about a lot with Waddles, like the power of thought, taking action, that abundance mindset. But there's this one thing, this advancing man idea, I'm not quite getting it.
Yeah, the advancing man, it's Wattles' ideal person. Someone who's always striving to grow, improve in every area of life.
So not just money, but like becoming a better person.
Right. It's about evolving,
Yeah.
expanding your knowledge, skills, using what you have to make a positive difference.
So success in every way, financial, intellectual, spiritual, all connected.
Exactly. Wattles believe that the more you become, the more you attract. Abundance, I mean. It's about aligning yourself, your inner world, with your outer world. Then you become this magnet.
Okay, makes sense. But how do we actually live that advancing man idea? What can we do?
You got to commit to learning. Never stop. Read, listen to podcasts, take workshops, be around people who push you.
So be a student of life, always curious, always learning.
Yeah, and don't just take it all in. Apply it. Try new things. Experiment. You'll make mistakes, but you'll learn from them.
Turn knowledge into wisdom, wisdom into action. But what about when things get tough, those setbacks we all face? What would the advancing man do?
Wattles believed those setbacks, they're part of it, part of growing. He even saw them as guidance, a course correction from the universe.
Don't let them stop you. Use them to learn, to grow.
Exactly. It's about resilience, bouncing back, never losing sight of where you're going.
We need to learn, be resilient, stay focused on our goals. But what about those thoughts that hold us back?
Yeah.
The ones that say we're not enough.
Oh, Wattles was big on guarding your thoughts. Choose the positive. Replace those negative thoughts with affirmations, with visualizing what you want, and be around supportive people.
Create that positive space,
Yeah,
inside and out.
exactly. It's a daily practice. Choosing to focus on the good, believing in yourself, trusting that the universe, it has your back. Shift from scarcity to abundance. Know that you're worthy, that there's more than enough for everyone.
Wattles' message is so powerful. It's timeless, really.
It is. It reminds us that we have the power. We can choose our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions. And when we align those with the science of getting rich, well, we can create incredible things.
That's a great way to put it. So to everyone listening, dive into the science of getting rich. See what it sparks in you. And until next time, keep diving deep and keep creating the life of your dreams.